Good morning. So our topic for today is about Module 5A, which is solving word problems involving arithmetic sequence. So our objective for today is to solve word problems involving arithmetic sequence. So let's start with our review. So the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence or arithmetic series is indicate sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Thus, the arithmetic sequence 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So, yan yung hinahanap natin ng arithmetic series. Kinukuha natin ang ating sum dyan. So, to find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence, multiply n, the number of terms, by the average of the first and last terms. Thus, ito yun. So, pag given ang ating last term. Pero pag hindi given ang last term, ito naman ang ating gagamitin. So, again, pag ang ating last term, so dapat ito ay a sub n, ito first term, so ang ating a sub n. So, ang ating a sub n is known, so ito ang gagamitin natin. Pero pag ang ating a sub n, or ating last term, again, a sub n is the last term, is unknown, itong gagamitin natin. Okay. So, pag may magtanong kung bakit naging 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d yan, so, pwede naman natin gawin yan. So, a sub n is equal to n over 2. Diba ito yun? And then we have a sub 1. And what is our formula of a sub n? So, ang a sub n natin is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Kaya, nagkaroon tayo ng dalawang a1 o first term plus n minus 1 times d. Kaya siya naging ganito ang ating formula. So, ito pag ang a sub n is known, ito naman pag ang ating last term is unknown. So, for example, find the sum of the first 20 terms of arithmetic sequence. So, hindi pa natin alam dito kung ano ang ating pang 20 terms or ang ating 20th term. So, therefore, since hindi natin alam, ito ang gagamitin natin na formula. So, we have S sub 20 because that is the sum of the first 20 terms, and then our n is 20 since that is 20 terms over 2. And then we have twice the first term. So, ang first term natin is 5. So, times 5. And then, plus, ang ating n is 20 again. Minus 1. Ano ang ating common difference? So, 11 minus 5 is 6. So, we have 20 divided by 2 is 10. Then 2 times 5 is 10. Plus, what is 20 minus 1? So that is 19. So 19 times 6. So simplify lang natin yan. So we have 10. Then we have 10 plus what is 19 times 6? So 19 times 6 is 114. Tama ba? So, ang ating that is 114. Makamali ako ha. So, 19 times 6 is 114. Okay. So, we have 10. Then, multiply natin. What's 10 plus 114? So, that is 124. So, ang ating sum of the first 20 terms is 100. 10 times 1,200, 124 rather. So, that is 1,240. So, ito yung ating sum ng first 20 terms. Okay, nakuha ba? Okay, for our number 2. So, find the sum of the first 28 terms of the sequence 3 plus 8 plus 13 plus ellipses. So, alamin muna natin ang ating mga given. So, ang ating first term is 3. ang ating common difference is 5. Bakit 5? So, 8 minus 3, kaya siya nagiging 5. At ang ating n is 28. Bakit siya 28? Kasi hinahanap natin ang ating first 28 terms. So, kaya ang ating n is 28. So, since hindi pa natin alam kung anong term ang pang 28 dito, gagamitin natin yung formula na pangalawa. Kasi ang ating a sub n is unknown. So, s sub 28 is equal to, ang ating n is 28 over 2. And then we have our first term, dublihin ng ating first term. So, twice the first term, which is 3. And then plus 28, that is our n. 28 minus 1. And then the common difference is 5. So, 28 divided by 2 is 14. Then, 2 times 3 is 6. Then, 28 minus 1 is 27. And then, we have our common difference is 5. Then, simplify muna natin na sa loob ng bracket. So, 27 times 5 is 135. Then, i-add natin sa 6. So, that is 141. Then, i-multiply natin sa 14. So, that is 1,974. So, ganun lang ang pagkuha natin ng ating sum ng first 28 terms. So, paano naman dito sa number 3? So, we have to find the sum of all multiples of 5 between 7 and 198. So, kung multiples of 5, ibig sabihin, kaya siyang i-divide by 5. Nasa pagitan ng 7 and 128. So, alamin muna natin ang ating first term. So, ang ating first term ay 10. Okay? Ang ating a sub n, ano ang ating last term? So, since multiples of 5 siya, so dapat hanggang 195 lang siya kasi multiples of 5. So, that is 195. Okay? Nakuha ba? Now, pwede ba nating makuha ang sum? Hindi. Kasi, hindi pa natin alam kung ating n. So, alamin muna natin ang ating n. So, para makuha ang ating n, so find the number of terms muna. So, we have step 1. So, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So, we have our last term is 195. And then our a sub 1 is 10. And then, ang ating by the way, ang ating common difference is 5. Bakit siya common difference natin ay 5? Kasi multiples of 5. Ibig sabihin, tagpa 5 ang kanyang pagitan. So, we have our n, kasi hindi pa natin alam kung ilan ang ating n. And then, our common difference is 5. Now, simplify. So, 195 is equal to 10 plus, and then, distribute lang natin yan. So, we have 5n minus 5. So, 195 is equal to, so, 10 minus 5 is, ito muna unahin natin, kasi constant. Ito kasi meron siyang variable. So, 10 minus 5 is 5. Plus, ito naman, 5n. Okay. So, now, dapat ito lang matitira dyan sa side na yan. So, dapat isubtract natin yung 5 sa magkabilang side. So, minus 5, para mawala yung 5 na yan, minus 5 din tayo dito. Okay? So, now, wala na ito. So, 195 minus 5 is 190 is equal to 5n. So, divide both sides by 5. So, cancel this out. So, our n is equal to 38. So, that's our n. So, meron na tayong n. So, ang 195 daw ay pang 38 terms. So, since meron na tayong n, pwede natin makuha ang ating sum. So, we have s of 38 is equal to 38 over 2. And then we have our first term, which is 10. Since given ang ating last term, kaya gamitin natin yung pangalawang first na formula. So 10 plus 195. So 38 divided by 2 is 19. And we have 205. So what is our first 38? The sum of the first 38 terms na multiples of 5. So 19 times 205 is 205 times 19 is equal to 3,000. Wait lang, hindi ko makita yung aking calculator. So 205 times 19 is 3,895. So 3,895. So yan ang ating sagot. So 3,895. Kung napansin nyo dyan sa module natin, parang may mali tayo dyan. Kasi ang ating last term ay ang nakasulat kasi diyan ang nakasulat kasi diyan na first term ay 5. So dapat yan ay 10. Kaya dapat 10 yan. So palitan niyo na lang yan na that is 10 plus 195. Kaya maging 19 times 205. So may mali lang diyan. Kaya ang sagot natin is 3,895. So pakipalitan lang po yung ating module. Okay? May mali lang po diyan. Okay, now, remember, so there are many possible strategies and techniques you can use to solve math problems. So there are 5 steps that can be summarized as follows. So number 1 is to carefully read the problem. So dapat basahin natin mabuti yung problem. Hindi yung basta-basta na sagot ng sagot. Number 2, so alamin natin anong strategy ang gagamitin natin para ma-solve yung problem natin. Number 3, so gumawa ka na ng ating problem-solving strategy. And number 4, check the solution and verify your answer. So, yan yung ating 5 steps para ma-solve natin ang mga math problems. Okay? So, now, punta tayo sa ating routine problems. So, pag sinabi natin routine problems, parang simple lang siya na mga problems. Pero pag non-routine, ibig sabihin, marami siyang pasikot-sikot, marami pa siyang steps na pagdadaanan. Okay, for example, number 1, a young girl named Alexa received a piggy bank for her 12th birthday. To start off her savings, her father gave her 20 pesos. So the next day and each day thereafter, Alexa dropped 8. So this is 10. So this is typographic error. So nagdadagdag daw siya ng kada araw ng 10 pesos in her piggy bank. So, how much was she able to save in 1 week? So now, ang tanong, after 1 week, magkano kaya ang kanyang masisave? Kaya kung napansin nyo na naman dyan sa natin, merong tinatanong dyan. So, kung after 1 week, solve muna natin yung 1 week. So, we have our first term is 20, and then ano kaya ang ating common difference? Ang common difference natin ay 10 kasi lagi siyang nag-a-add ng 10 at ang ating n is 7 kasi 1 week. So, therefore, makukuha na natin yung A sub 7 kung magkano ang kanyang masisave after 1 week or 7 days. So, we have first term. So, A sub 1 is 20 plus n minus 1 That is 7 minus 1 times a common difference of 10. So therefore, that is 20 plus 6 times 10. Then we have 20 plus 60. So magkano ang kanyang masisave after 1 week? So masisave niya after 1 week is 80 pesos. Pero may tanong dyan sa module natin. So, ang tanong dyan, can you determine how much Alexa will save in 20 days at this rate? So, kung 20 days ang tinatanong natin dyan, so we have to find A sub 20. At ang ating N dito will become 20. Hindi kagaya dito na 7 kasi 1 week lang. Pero ang tinatanong dyan sa ating module, ano naman pag 20 days na? Magkano ang kanya masisave? So, therefore, ang ating first term is 20 and then last ang ating N is 20 minus 1 at ang common difference natin ay 10. So we have 20 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 times 10. So we have 20 plus 190. So, how much ang kanyang masisave after 20 days? So, ang masisave niya after 20 days is 210. So, therefore, si Alexa ay makakasave ng 210 in 20 days. Okay? So, now, punta tayo sa ating number 2. So, si Mr. Solis receives 150 pesos annual salary at a certain factory. The next year and each year thereafter, he receives an increase at 2,500. So, how much salary will he receive in his 10th year of service? So, alamin muna natin ang mga given natin. So, nag-start siya ng 150,000 pesos. So, this is our first term. So, ito ang ating first term. At, nag-increase siya ng 2,500. So, this is our common difference. And, since ang tinatanong ay magkano ang kanyang salary after 10th year of service, this is our N. Okay? So now, ang tinatanong, magkano ang kanyang salary after 10 years? So we have to find the A sub 10. Okay? And then, A sub 10, so we have first term, so that is 150,000. Plus, what's our N? Ang N natin is 10. Minus 1. Ang ating common difference is 2,500. So, we have 150,000 plus, this is 9 times 2,500. So, 150,000. So, what is 9 times 2,500? So, we have this one. 9 times 2,500. So, 22,500. So, 22,500. So, magkano ang kanyang salary after 10 years ng kanyang service? So, we have 172,500 pesos. So, yan ang kanyang salary after 10 years. Okay ba? Okay, now, for number 3, find the sum of the first 50 even positive integers. So, ang hinahanap dito ay sum ng first 50 even positive integers. So, alamin muna natin ang ating mga positive, mga even positive integers. So, kung mapansin natin, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So, since di natin alam ang ating last term, pwede natin gamitin yung ating pangalawang formula kanina na hindi given ang last term. Pero pwede rin namang kunin mo muna yung last term na pang 50. So nasa inyo na yun kung saan kayo magdadalian. Kukunin nyo ba muna yung a sub 50 bago kukunin ang sum, or diretso ka na? So pag diretso natin yan, since ang meron dyan sa module natin ay kinuha nyo muna yung ating 50th term. So we have S sub n is equal to that is S sub 50. So ang ating n is 50 rather. And then ang ating common difference is 2 kasi even, pag sinabing even, tagdadalawa ang kanyang pagitan. And then punta tayo sa ating next. So a sub n is equal to n over 2. So yung pangalawang formula natin, so we have twice the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Kasi yan ang ating formula pag hindi given ang ating last term. So now, so we have to find the first 50 terms. So that is S50. So ang ating n ay 50. Divide by 2. And then, twice natin ang ating first term. Ang ating first term ay 2. Plus, ang ating n is 50 minus 1. And then the common difference is 2. So that is 50 divided by 2 is 25. Simplify natin yung nasa bracket. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 50 minus 1 is 49, and then times 2. Then simplify ulit natin yung nasa loob ng bracket. So 4 plus 98. So 25 times, what is 4 plus 98? So that is 102. So ang ating S 50 o S of 50, or the sum of the first 50 even positive integers is 25 times 102. So 25 times 102. So that is equal to 2,550. Okay. So pwede namang idiretso nyo na lang kasi alam naman natin ang formula pag hindi given ang last term. Kasi dyan sa ating module, kinukuha nyo muna yung ating 50th term. So nasa inyo yung kung saan kayo nadadalian, kung diretso ba or may step by step ba muna. Okay? So now, punta naman tayo sa ating non-routine problems on arithmetic sequence. So pag sinabing non-routine, maraming masyadong complicated ang ating mga problems. Hindi kaya sa routine na parang simple lang. Pag sinabing non-routine, medyo complicated. So maraming pagdadaanan. So, example, if the fifth term of an arithmetic sequence is 24 and 11th term is 48, find the following. So, unahin muna natin hanapin ang common difference. Then, the first term and the nth term. So now, kung makita nyo dyan sa ating module, sa grade module natin, medyo parang mahirapan kayong intindihin. Kasi, ang ating 5th term is 24 at ang ating 11th term is 48. Kung mapapansin natin dyan, meron po tayong mga system of linear equation. Pero, ang ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano siya mapapadali. Okay? So, makinig lang mabuti. Okay, sa common difference natin, so we have our fifth term or a sub 5 is 24. At ang ating 11th term or a sub 11 is equal to 48. Okay, so now, paano siya mapapadali na hindi na tayo gagamit ng system of linear equation? Consider natin na ito ay magiging first term. So, consider natin, ulitin ko kino-consider lang natin na ito ay ating first term. Pero hindi po talaga yan first term. Yan ay pang fifth term. Pero consider lang natin para makuha ang common difference. So, consider muna natin na yan ay first term. And then, since, paano ba nagiging 1 yung 5? Kaya nag-subtract lang tayo ng 4. Ito, subtract lang din natin ng 4. Kaya maging a sub 7. Nakuha ba? Kasi para siya maging first term, minus 4 lang natin yan. Ito naman, kasi nag-minus 4 tayo dito, nag-minus 4 din tayo dito, kaya maging 7 na yan. Nakuha? And then, tinuro ko na sa inyo before kung paano pagkuha ng common difference. So, ang common difference natin is equal to, kung naalala nyo pa, so we have our last term minus the first term all over n minus 1. Yun ang ating formula pagkuha ng common difference. So, makukuha na natin kagad ang common difference. So, we have our common difference is equal to our last term, which is 48, minus our first term, which is 24, and then, we have ang ating n dito, since ito yung ating last term, ito na yung pinaka-last term natin, 7, kaya that is 7 minus 1. Nakuha? Hindi natin gagamitin yung 11 kasi ito muna ang kukonsider natin. Kaya 7 siya. Ang ating n ay pang 7 term. Kaya 7 ang gagamitin natin. So we have 48 minus 24 is 24. And then 7 minus 1 is 6. So ang ating common difference is equal to 4. Okay. Napansin nyo ba na parang pareho lang siya sa ating module ng common difference is equal to 4. Kaya yan yung mas madali na solution para pagkuha ng common difference. Now, punta tayo sa ating first term. So, since alam na natin ang ating common difference, hanapin natin ang ating first term. So, para makuha ang ating first term, anong formula natin? So, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So, ang ating a sub n is, ang last term natin, ito na. So, ibabalik na tayo sa ating pinaka-given. Hindi na tayo kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. So, ang ating a sub n is 11. So, that is a sub 11, which is 48. And then, ang ating a sub 1 is unknown. Hindi pa kasi natin alam kung ano ang ating first term kasi yan ang hinahanap natin. And then, plus n. Anong n natin? So, that's 11 minus 1. And then, the common difference natin is 4. Kasi nakuha na natin ang ating common difference kanina. Na ang common difference natin ay 4. So, we have 48 is equal to a sub 1 plus 11 minus 1 is 10 times 4. Kaya 48 is equal to a sub 1 plus 40. So, dapat a sub 1 lang matira dyan. So, we have to subtract 40 both sides. So, minus 40. Minus 40 lang din tayo dito. Okay. So, wala na ito. So, 48 minus 40 is 8. And then, we have our a sub 1. So, yan ang ating answer. So, ang ating first term is 8. Nakuha ba? So, pag hindi nyo naman nakuha, pwede naman kayo magtanong sa akin pa. How about letter C, the nth term? So, we have nth term. So, since hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung n na sinasabi dito na n, so we have to solve for the nth term where a sub 1 is 8 and b is equal to 4. So, a sub n, kasi this is the nth term, is equal to our first term is 8 plus ang ating n ay hindi pa natin alam kasi n term nga, kaya gamitin natin ay n minus 1 times the common difference is 4. So, ang ating common difference is 4. So, we have our a sub n is equal to 8 plus, then distribute lang natin itong 4. So, we have 4n. 4 times n is 4n, and then 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Then, pagsamahin lang natin yung ating mga constants. So, we have a sub n is equal to 4n, then 8 minus 4 is positive 4. Kaya ang ating a sub n is 4n plus 4, or pwede namang mabaliktad dyan sa module natin is 4 plus 4n kasi commutative naman siya. Okay, so now, punta tayo sa ating next problem. Find the 21st term of the arithmetic sequence whose fifth term is 20 and its 12th term is 41. So, hanapin na muna ang pang 21st term. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, hanapin muna natin ang ating common difference. So, since this is the fifth term, this is a sub 5, at ito naman ay pang a sub 12, consider muna natin para makuha ang ating common difference, consider muna natin ito, sulat na lang natin. So, a sub 5 is equal to 20 and the 12th term is equal to 41. Now, i-consider natin na ito ay ating first term. So, kung mapansin natin, nag-subtract tayo ng 4. Kaya ito, mag-subtract din tayo ng 4. Kaya ito ay magiging a sub 8 is equal to 41. Okay. So, makuha na natin ang ating common difference. So, ang ating common difference is equal to our last term, which is 41, minus 20, which is the first term, and then, ang ating n na gagamitin dito ay itong 8. Kaya 8 minus 1. Kasi yan ang ating formula natin para makuha ang d, which is n minus 1 sa denominator. So, the common difference is equal to 21 divided by 7, and the common difference is equal to 3. So, ito yung pinaka mas madali na paraan para makuha nyo ang common difference. So now, kung meron na tayong common difference, makukuha na natin yung pang 21st term. So sabi nga natin, marami pa tayong pagdadaanan dito kasi this is non-routine. So, pang 21st term, so we have to find the 21st term. So, a sub 21 is equal to our first term. So, ang first term natin ay, alam na ba natin ang ating first term? Hindi pa. Kasi, hindi pa natin alam ang ating first term. Kaya, kukunin muna natin ang first term ulit. So, we have, balikan natin yon, a sub 1 plus 21 minus 1 times the common difference na 3. Okay. Since hindi pa natin alam ang ating first term, kukunin pa rin natin ang ating first term. So, ang ating first term is a sub n. So, ang ating last term dito is 12. Kasi that is the 12th term. Babalik na tayo sa pinaka-original na given. So, that's a sub 12 is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. And itong n na to ay 12. Okay? At ang common difference naman natin is 3. Kasi yan yung ating nakuha na kanina. 3. Okay, and then substitute na natin. So, a sub 12 is equal to, so ang ating a sub 12 brother ay 41. Kaya ito ay 41 is equal to first term, which is our unknown, plus 12 minus 1 is 11 times the common difference of 3. So we have 41 is equal to a sub 1 plus 11 times 3 is 33. Then subtract 33 both sides. Subtract 33. Subtract tayo ng 33 dito. So makuha na natin itong ating first term. So therefore, ang ating first term is equal to 8. So yan ang ating first term. Tama ba? Okay, so ang first term natin is 8. So meron na tayong first term, meron na tayong common difference. So substitute na natin dito para makuha ang ating 21st term. Kung pansin natin, maraming pasikot-sikot kaya sa tinatawag na routine. Okay, so now, a sub 21 is equal to our first term is 8 plus, ang n natin is 21 minus 1 times the common difference, which is 3. When a sub 21 is equal to 8 plus 20 times 3. So a sub 21 is equal to 8 plus 60. So ang ating 21st term is 68. So that is our answer. Nakuha ba? Okay, now, punta tayo sa ating last example. Find the sum of the first 40 terms of the arithmetic sequence whose first and third terms are 15 and 21 respectively. So this is the first term and this is the third term. So now, hinahanap na natin ang sum ng first 40 terms. So since hinahanap natin ang first 40 terms, hanapin natin ang pang 40th term or yung ating last term. Okay? So now, since hindi natin alam kung ano ang kanyang common difference kasi wala tayong consecutive na terms. So, nawala dito ang ating a sub 2. Napansin nyo, nawala ang ating a sub 2. So, hinanap natin dito ang, ano nga ulit? That is the arithmetic mean. So, yan yung arithmetic mean natin. So, ang arithmetic mean ang kinukuha natin dyan. So, paano makukuha natin ang a sub 2? So, ang arithmetic mean natin is equal to 21 and then minus 15 all over 2. Bakit all over 2? Kasi, pag isa lang naman ang kinukuha nating arithmetic mean, divide by 2 lang. Or, ang ating n is 3 minus 1, kaya sa naging 2. Nakuha? So now, ang ating a sub 2 is equal to 21 minus 15, so that is 6. And, divide by 2. Parang plus pala ito. Hindi siya minus. That is 21 plus 15. Parang nagkamali na ako. Pasensya na. So, we have our first term and the third term. So, yan. Parang nabaliktad ko lang. So, i-add natin yan. So, that is 15 plus 21. So, that is 36. Divide by 2. So, ang ating second term is 18. So now, kung mapansin natin, ang ating terms are 15, 18, and 21. And then, ellipsis. So, meron na tayong given. So, ang ating first term ay 15. Ang ating common difference ay 3. So now, alamin natin ang sum ng first 40 terms. So since hindi natin alam ang unknown ang kanyang last term, so we have ang gagamitin natin na formula ay yung pangalawa na unknown ang last term. So we have S sub n is equal to, so ang n natin dito is equal to 40. Bakit 40? Kasi we have to find the first 40 terms. So now, we have n over 2, then twice the first term, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Okay, so now, hanapin natin ang ating sum ng first 40 terms. So, ang n natin ay 40, divide by 2, and then, twice natin ang first term, which is 15, plus, ang ating n ay 40, minus 1, at ang common difference natin ay 3. Then, simplify lang natin. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Then, 2 times 15 is 30. Plus, 40 minus 1 is 39 times 3. Okay, pag may calculator naman kayo dyan, pwede man kayong gumamit ng calculator. So, now, 20. Unahin natin yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, 30. Plus, we have what is 39 times 30? So 39 times 3 times 3 is equal to 117. And then we have 20 and 30 plus 117. So that is 147. So what is our sum of the first 40 terms? So multiply 20 by 147. So the correct answer is 2,940. So kung mapansin nyo, pareho lang dyan sa ating module. Okay? So now, punta tayo sa ating let's practice.